Hi everybody, good morning.
Hi! You didn't tell me you were about to press a button. I'm just sat
Surprise!
here daydreaming. Hi everyone, lovely to see you all. Thank you very much for joining us with our brand new launch of Floral Fantasy. We've got some beautiful stamps for you, absolutely gorgeous, typical indigo blue. You know how we do flowers so well. And we've got the most delicious book of papers which you are just gonna die for. We've also got a new stencil and we've got some woodology frames as well, which are just beautiful. So can't wait to show you. Let's just have a look on Alfie's head here. He's done some special show offers for you. So we have a stamp bundle, so that's all the stamps in the show. So we have a set of 4 and gosh, nearly £12 off. That's pretty good.
£10.
£10 off. Okay.
Still pretty good.
Still good.
Yeah.
Can't do maths.
20%.
20% off, so that's really good. And we've also got a big bundle which is everything that we're going to show you in the show, and that's £63. But don't worry if that's not in your budget, because you can buy everything individually, and they're just absolutely gorgeous, so just pick your favourite. And thank you so much for joining us. You can reach all of the products on indigoblue.com, and we're here to answer any queries or questions at orders@indigoblue.com on email, or you can WhatsApp us, phone us.
I'm not sure about WhatsApp.
Yeah.
No.
Or you can phone us and speak to a real human being. Thank you everybody for joining us. Lovely to see you all. Right, so shall I get right in there and let's get started?
Let's do it.
Okay, so come and join me over here. So this is a gorgeous sample by our Lorna Angwin. Thank you so much, Lorna. Our DT have had so much work to do recently, so we only have a few samples to show you this because they are up to their necks in loads of work. This is our first stamp I'm going to show you. This is the trio of tulips. Now, isn't that just gorgeous? Look at the detail you get from that. And we've got a lovely little stamp here, which I'm going to use for repeat stamping in the background. And we've also got some 15th century original script as well. Don't ask me what it says. And of course, our usual gorgeous handmade red rubber stamps. We make them here in Retford by hand by Alfie and Ian, and they do a marvellous job with these. They're marvellous, absolutely marvellous. And they're already cut out for you, and they're on an easy mount cling as well. So they cling to the packaging, which is a laminate and storage, so they're all ready to go. And of course, with it being original red rubber, they will last you a lifetime if you look after them, so they are fairly indestructible.
Probably even if you don't look after them.
Like me, I don't look after mine very well. So these are the trio of tulips, which are just gorgeous. As you can see, the laminate, it's bigger than the laminate shows, so this is just beautiful. So Lorna looks as if she's used the vivid refills, which I'm going to be using today, and those are just gorgeous. Let me just show you another one, because Lorna is fantastic. She's done me another one as well. So this sentiment here is actually on one of the other stamp plates, so I'm going to show you that shortly. So our next one is this beautiful, stunning daffodil head, which is just gorgeous. So we just call it Big Daffodil. And that's, let me just put these back in here. So this is how I store my stamps. I just pop them in one of these little envelopes. So this is, I believe, from Leslie. Yes, it is. Thank you very much, Leslie, for doing this sample for us. It's beautiful, absolutely lovely. And as you can see, we've got the dictionary definition of daffodil.
Can't see the laminate.
Can't see the laminate. Okay, there you go. Which is really small type, but you can see how sharp and beautiful that is, and look at all the detail that you get on the daffodil, which is just gorgeous. Again, I make art to show that my soul that I am listening. So this again is on another stamp plate which I'm about to show you. That's on the wild daffodils, just coming up. We've also got a lovely background stamp again, and we've got a little daffodil here to do repeat stamping as well. So that, look how deep etched those are. Absolutely gorgeous. So that's beautiful work done by Leslie, and we've got we've got a couple from Lorna as well. And I love this, so simple but absolutely beautiful. I think this is gorgeous. It's really, really a great spotlight idea. We haven't seen this for quite a while, this technique, and it's just so beautifully executed here by Lorna. Lovely colours again. I believe those may be vivids as well, which are just lovely. So this is Big Daffodil. Okay, so our next one is Wild Daffodils. So Lorna has done this one, which is gorgeous, and this is the stamp plate that goes with it. So this is the one that we've been seeing everyone using this, which is a really lovely sentiment. And look how she's actually used the background stamp from the other daffodils, which is, no, it's from the tulip one. So let me just show you that background stamp again. So this in the background here is this stamp, which is really lovely.
Just
and
press the laminate on that, just on one edge.
Is that better? Yeah, it just catches the light, doesn't it? There we go. And again, just a beautiful bookmark. Really lovely. Lorna, thank you very much for that. And that's not all. We've got another stamp plate. This is Large Peony. This is just absolutely delicious. I love this. And I haven't even had a chance to stamp this yet. It's this one. So I'm really looking forward to having a play with that. Every flower must push through the dirt to get to bathe in the sunlight. That's beautiful. Let me just put this away in here, and then I can show you the rest of these. There we go. So again, look how big that peony is. It's huge. I do like big stamps, I really do. And I think those are just absolutely gorgeous. Can't wait to stamp that. Okay, so that's the Large Peony. And then we have a lovely new stencil. I forgot to get out a piece of black card. Here we go. Which is gorgeous. I love the fact that it's actually a mask. So you get a nice deckled edge here. Really decorative, lovely repeat on it as well. And I just think that's going to work beautifully. Really, really like that. I think that would emboss really nicely as well. So of course you can put this through your machine, just dampen some paper, some card, lay it on top, put your rubber mat on and push it through, and that will give you a lovely emboss or deboss depending on what.
What's that called?
This
Stencil.
This stencil. I've forgotten. You named it. You named it.
Little baby flowers.
Oh, it's called Little Baby Flowers. So if you wanted to, I'll go through those in a minute. And then we have, I'm just going to open this package because we have some gorgeous new frames. Let me put my dirty one away. There you go. You've seen that. Look at this baby. Isn't that gorgeous? I love this. I really, really love this. So it can be either way, obviously. It's made out of medite. I've just noticed that a couple of bits that didn't pop out.
Might have a bit of a poker tool going on there, yeah.
That's all right. Normally they drop out, but before we package them. But there we go. Isn't that just beautiful? I love it. So size-wise, let's have a look. So that's 4.5 inches by 6.5 inches, approximately. Is that right? 6.5, yeah. 4.5 by 6.5 inches. That is just delightful and gorgeous. And I started playing with it this morning, so I just put some flitter glue on and some copper flake, which is just gorgeous. So I quite like it that way around as well. Whichever way you have it, it's going to work for you. So coming from the left.
Desiree's watching.
Hi Desiree, lovely to see you, darling.
Very early for her.
It is very, very early, middle of the night, I think.
Well, early morning.
So I think that is going to work really well. I can't wait to play with that. But that's not all. We've actually got another set. We've got this set here. Now, let me explain. Okay, so we have 3 pieces. All right, so we have the full back, which obviously matches the frame here. Let me just take that little bit out. That's annoying me. So you can layer one on top of the other and you get a really nice matching back to the frame. There you go, little poker tool just to get those bits out. Okay, so that works really nicely. I could see that you could actually gild just a little bit in the background there, so that shines through to the main frame. All right, but we also have this piece. Now this piece doesn't come out of there. It actually was made so it's slightly bigger, so you can actually mount that onto there and have the frame see, so you can see through it, which works beautifully. So you can see that it fits on really beautifully there. So that's really, really clever. So you can have it which way. And in actual fact, if you did it like that, you could use that as a shaped frame in its own right. So in that way you get 2 for 1, which I really like the idea of. So either like this or like this. Obviously you can have it portrait or landscape, and I think it works really well. So the size of this one, so the aperture is just under 4 3/4 of an inch, and then we have 2 3/4 of an inch. That's the aperture size, but the outer edge is approximately 4 1/4 by just under 6 inches, that is. So that I think is definitely a winner for me. I really love that. Could I possibly give you those, Alfie, just to put on the back there? All right.
One thing you haven't shown, because they're not there yet, is the things to go on the back to hang on the wall, but they will get those as well.
Oh, good. Yeah, I was wondering about that. So yes, we also give you this little system where you can actually put it on, stick it on the back with grab and go, and it creates a little hook so that you can actually hang them on the wall. So you will be getting a set of those. So that, along with the other frame, is fantastic. Now, that's not all the new stuff today. We've also got, let me just, the desk is getting busy. I really am so proud of this. This is the most beautiful papers we've done so far, I am sure. Well, it depends on your taste, I guess. So this is our set of papers. Now, this is 24 different designs. You get 12 sheets. Everyone is different, and you can see from the front page how beautiful these are going to be. So just look at this. So we've even utilised the cover as well. So we've actually taken some of the designs and actually made them into ATC size. So these are going to make beautiful ATCs. In fact, I've already started some as well. But look at that. Aren't those just gorgeous? So I've made these with anemones, with tulips and daffodils. So that's, not anemones, what are they called, Alfie? Peonies. Peonies and anemones. So, and in a really sort of beautiful spring feeling to them. I've done them using lovely warm colours. Look at that. They're just gorgeous. I think you need two of these. One to stroke and look at and one to use. And then we've got lots of lovely daffodil ones as well. I love the texture of the backgrounds on these. These are quite similar. And it's like, which page do you use? Because they're different on each side. So you definitely need two of these. Oh, and then we go on to the tulips. So these are just beautiful, soft and painterly, or very sort of Art Nouveau-ish. Beautiful colourways. I love these colours. Look at that deep brown, a deep green with the reds and the oranges. They're just so beautiful. I'm taking my time with these because I just think they're superb. So if you wanted the papers on their own, or if you wanted to buy extra papers, these are $9.99. Those are obviously in pounds.
So it's 8x8 on 120 GSM.
There you go, 8x8 on 120 GSM, and they feel really, really nice to work with. And it's uncoated matte paper as well, which is just really nice. So it feels good to work with. Oh, look at that. You see, you could just frame parts of these, couldn't you?
That's what people are saying.
Yeah, could just frame them on the wall. A set of 3 on the wall would look really great. Oh, yes. Oh, thanks for your comments. That's lovely. Look at that. You see, that is just gorgeous, isn't it? And then we've got more on the back cover, utilising that space for ATCs. So, yeah, you definitely need a couple of these. I know I'm saying, but you do, because I was very, very enamoured with them, and I just thought I need another book, not just one. So these are just really, really stunning. Thank you so much for all your lovely comments. Hi, Wendy. Just cut the papers, mount as cards, and you have beautiful notelets. Absolutely. You're absolutely right. You don't need to do anything to them at all. I just think these would be lovely. I mean, I would, use one of these and get a little print out a little calendar to put underneath, and then you've got it on your wall all year round. Oh, there's just so much you can do with it. I love this page. Look at that. That's really me. Gorgeous. Right. Okay. So if you want the papers by themselves, these are $9.99. Okay. If you want to get any of the stamps, sorry, I put them in my storage now. If you want any of the stamps, those are $12.99 each. Okay. If you want any of the frames, the set of frames, is that all of the frames, Alfie? So the small, and the large.
It's what you've got in your hand.
But the other frame as well.
So it's
Yeah, it's all of the frames.
Yeah.
Where's the other one?
I don't know. That's what you gave me.
So this one as well. Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Right. So if you want, so all of the frames are that price. So you get all of it for $11.99. Mm-hmm. That's good. I like that. So, oh great. Okay, so all of those are $11.99. But if you wanted everything, well, first of all, let's just say, if you wanted all the stamps, so just the 4 stamps, those are a special offer. And the special offer is £41 for all of the stamps, okay? Just for today. Is this going to last for a few days?
Yeah, it'll be on for a few days.
Until we get paid at the weekend and then we can actually buy them?
Well, you can't, but yes.
Well, I can't buy them, or?
You're not allowed.
Okay, so those are £41. For 1 minute there, I thought he was going to say I wasn't going to get paid. Or if you want the stamps, the beautiful papers, all of the frames as well, we're going to do a show special, and that is £63. Okay, for everything. All right. So that's brilliant. Really, really love this release. I'm really chuffed a bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some demos for you. I've got a couple of demos sorted. I think I'll save one for tomorrow night as well. So obviously I'm going to be...
Nottingham tomorrow.
Oh yes, we're not here tomorrow. No. Okay, so I'll save it for another Facebook Live, or if I've got time, I might do all three. All right, so let's see how we get on. So there you go, darling. Thank you very much. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do some cards here. So let's get stamping, shall we? Let's have a look at how well they stamp. I'm sorry, Alfie, I've just passed you those stamps and I actually need those. Thank you. So I'm going to start off, I think, with the tulips.
You've just kind of twisted it.
Have I twisted it? Sorry. There we go. So let me get out the tulips. Those are the daffodils, okay? Let's get the tulips out. There we go.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Oh dear. Duke's asleep at my feet and I'm
Getting stamps thrown at him.
getting stamps thrown at him, the poor dear. Okay, so I'm going to use my usual VersaFine and I'm just going to stamp onto watercolour card. So let's see, let's do this piece here. How can I get so mucky 2 minutes in? It's always the case. Okay, so this is black VersaFine and this is on a watercolour card. Oh, lovely. That is just gorgeous. And what I'll do is I'll show you on some stamping card. As well, so you can see the difference between the two. Let's, oh, really? Really, Kay? Oh, fantastic. That's gorgeous. Really nice line work. I'm not doing well today. I keep dropping things. Oh, I see how really sharp it is on stamping card. So this is our super smooth stamping card and this is our watercolour. So I like watercolour when I'm putting loads of water on, but you know, you can quite easily ink and stamp this and paint it as well. So I'm going to bring in my, oh, let's do a sentiment as well. In fact, I've already stamped a sentiment, so I'll leave that. So I've got my vivid refills here, and I need some Loxley yellow. So let's have a couple of drops of that. And I've got some Will Scarlet already there, so I'm just going to reconstitute it with some water. And let's use this. So I'm going to take some Loxley yellow and mix that in with the Robin Hood here, because I want a greener, sort of fresher green for the leaves here. So I'm going to be cutting this out, so I don't need to be too accurate with it. So I can just slap it on basically. And then I'm going to come in to the Robin Hood and just take a tiny weeny bit and just put a little bit of a deeper colour just at the base of some of these leaves. Okay, I'm going to just add some more water to that because that is really, really strong. There we go. And I've just cleaned my brush, so I'm just going to mix that in a little bit. Okay, so a little bit of the lighter green that's mixed with Robin Hood and Loxley yellow. So these are obviously transparent, as you can see, and they are an ink. So the transparency is good because you can go over the black lines and it's not going to obscure them at all. And also it means that you can layer them. So I can go in with a little bit of that Robin Hood and just layer it on top just to darken certain areas. There we go. And then I'm going to go with the Will Scarlet. I think what I'll do though is first, let me put some more water in that. I think I'm going to just do the edges here in the Loxley yellow. Just, now I didn't do this when I was prepping, but I always seem to change my mind every single time I do things. And then I'm going to clean my brush and let's mix up this. So you could see that when it dried out, it becomes almost like powderish. So all you need to do is just add water to it. So now I've got the Will Scarlet. As I said, I've got plenty of water in there. And then I'm going to extend that over the top of that yellow. And we'll get orange. And then I'm just going to put more red at the base so the red goes deeper. Okay, so I'm doing the same here. Let's go over the top of the Loxley yellow. There we go. And just going over the top of that scarlet again, just to make it deeper at the base. And then the same here. Yeah, I like that actually, the depth of colour changing from that deep red through to the orange. I'm just going to put more of that red at the base. That's good. So the one that I did when I prepared it is this one. So I already painted it and cut it out, and you can see that I've put more red at the base here, but I didn't use any of the orange.
So Sandra says the videos look so easy to use.
They are really easy to use actually. Sandra, thanks. Yeah, they're really nice, and yeah, they're really concentrated. As you can see, it looks black in the tube, but all you need is a couple of drops and add water to it. So I've used the same colours on the leaves as well. And let's have a play with the background now. So let's just pop that out of the way for the moment. There we go. And just move that off to one side for the moment. Okay, so I'm going to use some flitter glue and stamping. So earlier this morning, about an hour ago, I got some fat foam and I put a teaspoonful of flitter glue on here. Obviously I'm just demonstrating what I did, but it was a teaspoonful, so quite a lot more than that, and you can see until it's actually dispersed into the foam, so you've got none sitting on top. So the fat foam is also cut and dry, you could use, but you want a firm foam, as it were. Okay, then I'm going to get the little tulip stamp. So this one. Why have I got ink literally everywhere? I just can't be trusted. There we go. Let's just stick that on there. Now my plan is to, let's just figure out where everything's going to go. Maybe like that, I think. Or is it going to be like that? No, I liked it at the bottom there. Okay, so I just want to do an area behind the tulips there. So sometimes it's a good idea I take a picture with my phone so that I can remember where I placed everything. So we're just going to do a quick stamp, and you could hear it then, couldn't you? You could hear it sort of grab hold of the papers. So that's what you want. You want it really quick, and you need to do that before the flitter glue goes tacky. So every time you stamp, you must put more glue on. You can't do second and third generation stamping here. Just feeling where that flitter glue is. I think sometimes I should add a little bit of ink to my flitter glue, then I can actually see where I'm stamping when I'm doing multiple stamps. And maybe one more. Let's see where that went. There we go. Okay, let's try that. And then you need to wet that and give it a good clean. So do that straight away. Just use my rag. There we go. And meanwhile, this has just gone tacky, so it's giving it a chance to not dry off but go tacky. So it's not going to dry off completely, it's always going to remain tacky. So don't worry about, you know, if the doorbell rings or your mum rings you up or whatever. You just need to wait until it's tacky, and yep, that's nice and tacky. So I'm going to put on some copper flake. There we go, and just a little at a time, because these have got quite a few layers to them. So this is called Copper Kettle, and as you can see, I like big flakes. Well, I've been using this for months, so the flakes are a lot smaller than you would normally see. And I'm just going to put a little bit on at a time and just move it around, and the flitter glue will just grab hold of the Copper Kettle. I love doing this, it's just so satisfying. Oh, that's quite a big bit. There we go, that can go back in. That can go back in. Alrighty, and then when you've you're sure there's no sticky bits anymore by moving it around, you just get your scoochie, which is a soft sponge, just to gently take away the excess. So you don't have to scrub hard, just gentle circular movement just to take away all of that excess. Oh, that's gorgeous. That's lovely. I'll bring it down in a moment. Let me just clean all this mess up. There we go. Oops. Oh, look at that. That's really lovely, isn't it? That's gorgeous. Okay, so let's just bring some things together. So what I've done is I've got a card, I've matted and layered some black and also this pale blue in the background here. I just thought it'd be nice to pick out that. I've put a little bit of Sari silk trapped in between the layers, and yeah, that one goes straight on there. Had to check because it was so long since I did these demos, which is quite unusual for me to be so far in advance.
It's usually just 2 minutes, isn't it?
Oh, you're cheeky. Yeah, you're cheeky. Watch it. Just because we're so busy. There we go. All right. So this is going to go on here. Sorry if I put my head in the way. I just need to sort of get this on there. Oh, it's grabbed already. Right, now where's my paint mat? Let me just get my paint mat out. And have a little drink. So when you've got awkward shapes and die cuts and stuff, just put a little bit of grab and go on your paint mat, and then take your awkward shape and just lay that onto the grab and go, because you can wash the grab and go off this mat because it won't let anything stick to it, and then you can get adhesive on all the different little funny bits. There we go. So let's just put that round about, yeah, round about there. So Desiree is online at the moment watching. Thank you very much, Desiree. I did a Facebook Live on her Facebook the other week, which was really, really good fun, and I loved it. And she's got a fabulous shop online as well. She's in the States, but you can do it online as well. And just remind me of the address, Alfie. Can you remember?
The address?
Yeah, of Desiree's shop.
Just wait a minute. I will find it.
That's going to go on here. So check it out. She's got some lovely stuff on there.
So it's damalihandcrafts.com.
damalihandcrafts.com. Can you put that in the comments?
Mm-hmm.
So check it out. So I've put Sent with Hugs on here.
She's put it in the comments.
Oh, well done, Desiree. Thank you. So yeah, check that out. Can I? Oh, I should have stuck this down before. Right. Shouldn't really have pulled that up, but I just wanted a little something in here. Ah, no, doesn't look right. I'll leave it out. I'll leave it out. That's good. Right, and I think just to finish off, let's just do a hand drawn wiggly line or two around here, just to echo that black. There we go. So I've stuck that on with Grab and Go, which will dry clear. There we go. Really super simple, but really nice and effective. And I think that copper kettle behind looks really lovely. And of course it's the papers, isn't it? The papers do all the work for you. I don't have to do any background, so they're brilliant if you just want to do some lovely, beautiful cards, but really quickly. Okay, let me just tidy up, and Alfie can go over the prices for you while I get my next demo sorted.
Okay, so we have two bundles today. We have a stamp bundle, which is all 4 of your new A6 stamps, and the normal retail price is £51.96, but today during the show £41. And the other big bundle, which is everything, so that's all your stamps, your paper book with 24 designs, 8x8 size, stencil which is 8x5, and then your MDF frames as well. Usual retail price on that will be £78.93, but today during the show is £68. So you're saving 20% on both bundles.
Cool. Excellent. That filled in beautifully for me. Thank you. All right, so we've got this beautiful daffodil now. Oh, I love this. Really nice and big it is. So it measures approximately 3.5, just over 3.5 inches, which is lovely. I think I need to clean the back and sides of my ink pad, because this is where I'm getting really dirty fingers. There we go. So this is going to go on here, and again this is watercolour card. Oh, lovely. And then let me show you on super smooth. Let me just grab a, oh, there it is. Piece of super smooth. There we go. So this is why I show you on both, because the card that you use makes a huge difference to how your stamps look. Let me put it in the corner there. So whenever you get a new stamp, this is what you need to do. You just need to get out all different sorts of card, and oh, I've got a little grain of embossing powder on there. See this here? That bit? That was just a grain of embossing powder. So this is why you need to just stamp it a few times on card, on paper, even on, you know, print paper. There we go. See, it's lovely, isn't it? See, it's softer on here. This is obviously an off-white background. This is white.
Down a bit. Yeah.
But you can see you get more deeper blacks on this, whereas this is more textured. Even though our watercolour card is supposed to be smooth, it can't be ultra smooth like this, because this is a coated card and this is uncoated. So you can see the difference between them. I do like the effect that you get with watercolour, that it is slightly softer, but if you want something that's really nice and sharp, I mean, this is beautiful. Obviously I've rocked it up here I've obviously moved it because you can see I've got double stamping up there. See, after all these years, I still can't stamp. I do try. Okay, so that's the daffodil. I have actually got it already cut out as well. And let's bring in our lovely inks again. So with this one, I'm going to use some Dale. Now the Dale is orange, and again we just need a couple of drops of that. So I'm going to start off with the Loxley yellow. So I'm going to leave a few areas of white, just like that, for a highlight. And the rest I'm just going to cover completely. Okay, and I'm going to go over the black as well because there's still texture in that black. And as you can see, because it's translucent, it is just so easy to paint because you just go over the lines. You don't have to worry about covering anything up at all, and I can just slap it on, basically just put it wherever. Okay, so that's the lovely petals done with one wash. Then I'm going to come into the corona. There we go. So the daffodils are out at the moment and they look so pretty. We've got lots in the garden, we've got them in the tubs, we've got them at the front of the house. There we go. Right, so that's the Loxley yellow. Let's get some water added to the Dale. Let's just take a tiny bit of that, and then I'm just going to follow some of these lines here that are already there for you. So just go over those lines just to give that depth of colour. So all that shading's already done for you, so you just need to go over the top. And again, because the inks are translucent, they just work so nicely. There we go. So start off at the base there and just follow some of those lines. Just over the top of that lovely yellow. There we go. And I was just reading the other day that the little daffodils are called narcissus, and it's the only flower that its common name and its formal name is the same. Never knew that. Bit of useless information there for you. Okay, so we've got a little bit of the Dale in the middle, and I've gone over the top again with the Loxley yellow just to deepen that yellow. All right, and then we've got, I'm just going to use a wet brush basically just to pull a bit of that ink out just over the highlight so that it's not stark white, that it has got a little tiny hint of colour to it, which is really lovely. And then if you want to emphasize those highlights, yeah, don't use the clear, okay, or the black. So use some white gesso, just a tiny amount, and you can just put a few little tiny highlights in. So whilst this is all wet, the gesso won't come out brilliant white. It will, hopefully, it should take on the colour of what's underneath. So it'll come out sort of white with a hint of yellow. There we go. So that's lovely. Yeah, happy with that. That's good. Okay, so while that dries off, clean my brush, take it out of the water. Yeah, don't leave your brushes lying in water overnight, because as I found out to my peril, what can happen is that the ferrule separates from the wooden handle. But I have actually waited till it dries out and then I stick it back together with grab and go, and it worked fine. Okay, so I've got a lovely piece of background paper here, and one of the stamps I've given you in the set is I like to have background stamps as well. So I've given you a really nice background stamp here, just like I've done with the tulip. And I'm just going to start off with just doing, I'm just going to keep it quite central. So I'm going to do some odd bits of stamping. So let me just come down here and then off to the side like that, just so that it's really around the centre of the card there. That's it. So that's all. And then what I've done is I've taken some wire. This is just florist wire, so it's very bendy, very easy to manipulate, and I've just wrapped it around my card like this. Or what you can do is make it larger. Start again. There we go. That's it. So just about 3 across, and you can cut it really easily just with your normal paper scissors like this, and then just secure it on the back by folding these pieces over like that, making it look a lot harder than it actually is. And then this will fold over that edge like that, and just straighten those out a little bit. There we go. And I've just wrapped it round actually the matting and layering there. So really simply, I've got let's have a bit of foam pad, I think, on this one. Sorry about the rummaging around. So let's have sorry, that's our dog sighing happily. Right, let's just put this on first. So this is all my sentiments are from a little A6 one. So that's going to go on the wire there. This is going to go round about there, like so, like so. And I was going to put a little bit of lace or something here, but I think I'm just going to leave it the way it is, because I just think that looks lovely. Background papers are just so beautiful, aren't they? And these colours echo, really make these background colours pop out, don't they? So you can see how they match beautifully as well. And this is just stamped on a scrap of the background paper. I have actually just used VersaFine and a clear embossing powder just for the sentiment, and I just think that makes it look so pretty. That's lovely. Okay, I am going to finish there because I'm going to save my other demos for the next Facebook Live. But just to recap, you definitely need these stamps. I mean, they are so versatile. They're absolutely beautiful. Did I pass them to you, Alfie, and the cards? So everything is on the website. Okay, you don't need to really write anything down. Just go and have a look on the website. It's indigoblue.com. If you don't use a computer for any reason or whatever, you can always give us a call. They're unlikely to be watching.
Watching on YouTube, they could be watching on telly.
Yeah, they could. Or could have a tablet. Maybe they don't shop online. I don't know. You can always ring us.
Yeah. Ella is waiting for your call.
She always is. She's fantastic at helping people. So treat yourself. You deserve it. And I really hope you enjoy playing with these as much as I have. Oh, do you know what I didn't do? I didn't stamp the... I'll do that on the Facebook Live. Yeah, I'll do that on Facebook Live. So there's more to come, more demos and more stamping. So have a lovely day, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Desiree, for joining us from the States, and people all over the world.
Pippa joined from Australia.
Oh, Pippa. Hi, Pippa from Australia. Lovely to see you as well. Vanessa, Claire, Lynn, Andrea, Wendy, thanks ever so much. Take care, everyone, and I will do some more demos in the coming days. I'm not on tomorrow night, unfortunately. Alfie and I are going to the theatre for a night off. Okay. See you soon, everyone. Thank you so much for watching.